So, good morning again to everyone. This is Today in Black History, and I am Alicia Melton. And each week I highlight a Black American achievement or a historical event. So, today I'm going to talk about two Black inventors who received or was granted their patent today for their invention. And the first person I'm going to talk about is Sarah Goode. All right, so I'm going to read a few information about her. Sarah Goode was the owner of a furniture store in Chicago, Illinois. Her claim to fame is that she was the first Black woman to receive a patent. In an effort to help people maximize their limited space, she invented a folding cabinet bed. The cabinet bed was folded up, resembled a desk, which included compartments for stationery and writing instruments. The folding bed is a precursor to the Murphy bed. She received her patent on today, July 14th, 1885. Many of her customers, who were mostly working class, lived in a small apartments and did not have much space for furniture, including beds. So the idea for her invention came out of necessity of the times. Many of her customers complained not having enough room to store things, much less add furniture. She invented a folding cabinet bed which helped people who lived in tight housing to utilize their space efficiently. When the bed was folded up, it looked like a desk with a room for storage. At night, the desk would be unfolded to become a bed. It was fully functioning both as a bed and as a desk. The desk had ample space for storage and was fully functioning as any conventional desk would be. This meant that people could be able to have a full-length bed in their houses without necessarily squeezing their home space. At night, they would have a comfortable bed to sleep on, while during the day, they would fold up the bed and have a fully functioning desk. This was a great achievement as far as innovation and inventively. Her idea filled a void in the lives of many. It was practical and many people appreciated it. So I'm going to show a picture of the bed. It's probably best that you just look her up online so that you can see a full picture of the bed, of the desk and the bed. So this is a picture of her. This is Sarah Goode, and then you see this is the desk, and then you see this diagram over here, showing you how you unfold the desk into a bed. But just go online to so you can see it fully, because I had to look at several pictures just trying to figure out how they unfolded this cabinet bed. All right, so that was Sarah Goode. So she received her patent July 14th in 1885. The next person is John Standard. And John Standard was an inventor from Newark, New Jersey, who patented improvements both to the refrigerator and the oil stove. He revolutionized the modern kitchen and was granted intellectual property rights to two patents throughout his lifetime. His improvements to kitchen appliances eventually led to more innovations in both refrigerator and stove designs that would change the way people around the world stored and cooked their food. In his patent for the refrigerator, he had found a way to improve the design of refrigerators. a non-electrical and unpowered design. Standard's refrigerator was used a manually filled ice chamber for chilling, and his patent was granted on today, July 14th, in 1891. This ice chamber was placed at the top of the refrigerator unit, where the cold air would flow down to cool the contents of the refrigerator. This improvement was such an important modification to the design of the refrigerator that it is used in most of the modern and more sophisticated refrigerators today, where the cooling begins at the chilling chamber. Apart from placing an ice chamber at the top, he also modified the design to make it more vertical and added a door to help trap the cold air that would flow from the top of the refrigeration unit. A few years later, he continued working on innovations to improve the home kitchen. He received a patent for his improvement on the standard stove top on October 29th in 1889. So this is another invention he received a patent for. John Standard's oil stove was a design that was very compact and had more efficiency than its larger counterparts. This space-saving design was a versatile innovation, and John himself gave the suggestion of using this stove heater to heat food in buffet styles serving on trains. So that's John Standard. I have another diagram of, and again, you should probably go back, look online so that you can see in detail. But this is another diagram. This is a picture of him right here. So that's John Standard. And then this is like a diagram here of the refrigerator that he designed. And then you see up here when the patent was granted. Yep, so he received this patent July 14th, 1891. Yep, 1891. All right, so that's two. I'm going to mention some other inventions since we're talking about them, but we're celebrating them today for their achievements, for receiving those patents and those inventions on today. But please, in the comment section, list some Black inventors and their inventions in the comment section, and we could discuss about it. All right, so another invention is the mailbox, and that was invented by Philip B. Downing. And in 1891, anyone interested in mailing a letter would have to make a long trip to the post office. Philip B. Downing designed a metal box with 4 legs, which he patented on October 27, 1891. He called his device a street letter box, and it's the predecessor of today's mailbox. So these are, inventions that we use today that these Black inventors contributed to. Also, I'm going to mention another item that we use daily, Sarah Boone. Sarah Boone made her name by inventing the ironing board. In her patent application, she wrote that the purpose of her invention was to produce a cheap, simple, convenient, and highly effective device, particularly adapted to be used in ironing the sleeves and bodies of lady garments. Prior to that time, Most people iron using a board of wood rested across a pair of chairs or tables. Her patent was granted in 1892. Can we talk about the Black woman who invented laser eye surgery? Yes, I have her. Wait just a minute. Yes, so her name is Dr. Patricia Bath. And Dr. Bath is still living today, so you can still send her emails, contact her, and thank her for this invention. All right, so Dr. Bath, well, let me just read some of her background information. So she was born in Harlem, New York. She developed an interest in science early in her life. She attended medical school at Howard University and completed a fellowship in ophthalmology at Columbia University. In 1981, Bath invented the surgical tool that made her famous, the laser phaco probe. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, which she continued to perfect and later patent in 1988. The tool was used during eye surgery to correct cataracts, an eye condition that clouds vision and can lead to blindness. Cataracts usually affect older people. Her laser tool was more precise, less invasive, less risky than previous devices, and has been used around the world. She was the first African American to complete a residency in ophthalmology, the first woman to chair an ophthalmology residency program in the United States, and the first American female doctor to secure a medical patent. She also co-founded the American Institute for Prevention of Blindness. So that is Dr. Patricia Bath. And you can read more about her, do more research about her as well online. So the question is, do you think many inventions claimed by whites were really Black inventions like the cotton gin? So, that could be, yes, that could be the case simply because I read somewhere where, so we're talking about the last two, John Standard and Sarah Goode, who, their patents were in the 1880s, so very early on. And you have to remember in history that Black Americans did not have a whole lot of rights. So even if they wanted to dispute for patent infringement of, ownership, because they really didn't have a whole lot of rights, legal rights, to dispute a white person, it's more than likely that they did not get credit. And it is stated that a lot of Black inventors did not get credit for a lot of their inventions simply because or their legal rights were restricted, were limited. So yes, that is possible. All right, so let me so I'm going to read, hello Javo. Okay, so I'm going to read Alexander Miles. So Alexander Miles, his invention was the automatic elevator doors, dramatically improve passenger safety. So early elevators, let's just give some background on elevators. Early elevators were different from the mostly automated devices we're familiar with today. Passengers had to manually open and close the elevator doors, as well as the door leading to the elevator shaft. If anyone forgot to close the shaft door, other passengers could fall down the shaft when expecting to step into the elevator. Alexander Miles invented a mechanism that triggered the shaft doors to open and close along with elevator doors, making the ride safer. So, thanks to Alexander Miles, we have the automated elevator doors. The elevators we ride today still feature automatic shaft doors similar to the invention of Miles. This was patented in 1887. So Jocelyn stated a black man named Nathan Green created Jack Daniels whiskey. Oh, wow. So those who just joined us, we are talking about black inventors. Today, John Standard and Sarah Goode received their patent in the 1880s. Sarah Goode, she invented the folding cabinet bed, and John Standard improved the designs on the stove and the refrigerator. So if you want to share some black inventions, please post them in the comment section. All right, so let me see. I'll read another one. Granville T Woods. And then I'll read his background. Granville T Woods was born in Columbus, Ohio. He showed an interest in mechanics at an early age. As a young man, Woods worked as a railroad worker and engineer and began thinking of ideas to improve the industry. Woods' most notable invention was for a type of communication called the induction telegraph system. The system allowed moving trains to communicate, helping them avoid collisions and dangers on the tracks. It also helped dispatchers to locate trains. Wood held nearly 60 patents throughout his life. Many of these inventions were for electric railways. The third rail, which uses electricity to pull trains forward, was one of his inventions and is still widely used today. Woods also improved the automatic air brake used by railroad cars. Due to his great success, he formed his own company, the Woods Electric Company. Wow, that's a little known fact, right? He didn't. Oh, so you're saying Nathan Green did not receive credit until recently. Oh, wow. Yep, that's what happens. All right. I have, let's see, some, let me see, I have one more. And this is Alfred Crow, which I think we will all thank him for this. When you let your ice cream, when it's hard to get out with a spoon. Alfred L Crow invented the ice cream scoop. He developed the idea while working at a hotel. It came to him when he noticed ice cream servers having difficulty trying to get the ice cream on the cone. The ice cream tended to stick to spoons, usually requiring servers to use two hands. Crow responded to that problem by creating a mechanical device known as the ice cream scoop. He applied and received his patent February 2nd, 1897. His invention was originally called an ice cream mold and disher. and it was designed to be able to keep ice cream and other foods from sticking. And it's easy to operate with one hand. Now, I have a picture of that ice cream scoop. And again, his name is Alfred L Crow. So, go back and look at these pictures and diagrams online. But this is a photo of Alfred Crow here. And this is the ice cream scoop. So see how it's similar to what we use today. So that's the ice cream scoop that was invented in 1897. So more information you to read about these Black inventors, you can go to blackpast.org, Black Inventors Museum online, biography.com, thoughtco.com to learn more about these Black inventors. All right, so that concludes my session for Today in Black History, where we celebrated Black inventors, particularly Sarah Goode and John Standard, for their contribution to science and for improving whether that they saw a problem. So it's not too late that we're all inventors. It's not too late that if you see there's a better way of doing something to improve something, go ahead and create an invention, right? Okay, so tomorrow is tomorrow is I don't have my sheet in front of me for that. So tomorrow we will not have Jeopardy Noir at 2 p.m. late. Instead, we will have our panel discussion on documenting documenting Black Lives Matter in the digital age. Am I saying that correctly, staff? So that would be at 6:30. We have several flyers on our Instagram. So scroll through our Instagram and you will see the flyer. I believe it is required for you to register. So it will be shown on YouTube as well as Zoom. But you would need to register to view it on Zoom. And that is tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Oh, thank you, KPZ. So the official title is More Than a Hashtag, Preserving Black Lives Matter in the Digital Age. Thank you. So that is tomorrow at 6:30 on Zoom. You need to register if you want to watch it on Zoom, but it will also be available on YouTube. And KPZ has the registration link at Balt South Flow. Okay, SoFlo bio. Okay. All right. So thank you everyone for attending, and I will see you next week at 11 o'clock. Take care.